Astro, are you taking a shower?
No.
Okay, I'm coming.
Oh, hi YouTube. Welcome to part 5 of my van build. Sound! It's been a long time since the last van build, and we've got a lot done. I'm eager to show you guys what it is. This last few weeks I've been really busy and haven't had time to work on the car, so almost everything you're seeing in this video has been done by Bevis while I was away. So just check out what he's done. Here we've added the 2 back compartments. This one here is for the toilet, and it opens up like that for easy sitting. This can hold 100 kg, but because of the way the toilet is situated, when you're back like this, all of the weight is actually going down on the back board there and not on these runners. This is a small camping chemical toilet. The way it works is you put the water in here, and then when you want to flush, you just pump this and it washes the water into the tank below. This tank is open when you want to use it, or closed so that it doesn't smell. When you're done with this toilet, you can just pick it up, take it to any public restroom, and then you open this and just dump it out. And you're done. The next compartment here is for the refrigerator. This is a 35-liter fridge, and it gets really cold. Finally, here's something I do get to say that I helped with. This is a table. It can slide back and forth to access things in the drawer, or be taken off and put on the other side. The way we made this is by cutting around the edge with a table saw and then insetting it into the drawer itself. This was a very elegant and simple solution to a problem, and one that I'm a little bit proud of. One of the most annoying things of this car before we were doing the van build was untangling the extension cord. So here in the back I have a 15-meter extension cord. This is a 110-volt plug that's hooked up to the inverter, and it's self-winding, so I don't have to worry about it getting tangled up. Wow, that's strong. This is where we'll put some tools and the fire extinguisher, and there's also a hidden 12-volt plug back here. Here's where I'm going to have my spice rack. This is where I can put all of my condiments and spices, and over here on this side I'll have some appliances like the rice cooker or a coffee maker. In this compartment here we'll have the blankets and pillows and things needed for sleeping inside the car. When sitting in the back here, this will open up to be my desk, and then I can do all of my work here while I'm editing videos and doing things inside the car. You just gotta pretend that I'm working at a desk, that there's a chair here. Behind this panel is where we put all of our electrical equipment. This gives us easy access to the panels and the electrical equipment in there. That's the 150 amp hour lithium iron phosphate battery, and we're going to put another 150 hour battery over on this side. This here controls the solar panel. Underneath here is the fuse for the solar and the fuse for the battery. We have our inverter, and behind here we have the fuse box and 12-volt relay. This electrical panel had to be completely redone, and it's really amazing the way Bevis did it. I'm very impressed. We now have so much space back here. We have this done in 2 layers, so there's things on the back of this and there's things on that side, and it really saved a lot of space, and it opened up room for us to have better airflow to keep all of the electronics cool. This here is a dry box. It's where I can put all of my camera equipment and drone and things like that. We'll put some padding in there to keep it from moving around while we're driving off-road. Because there's a lot of spray coming off waterfall or bad weather and it's raining, things like that, or just the humidity in general, I'm very happy to have a dry box in here. I think this will extend the life of my camera and electronic equipment a lot. A 12-volt outlet and also 4 USB outlets. All of these USB outlets are 3.1 amps, so we'll charge phones very quickly. This is another clever thing that we came up with. A table will slide out from here, which I can then put anywhere. Underneath here is my shoe rack. This will keep the car nice and clean, as I don't have to put my sandy and muddy shoes into the car. Here we have the control panel for all of the plugs in the car and the lights, as well as both pumps. We installed two 30-watt lights on the outside of the car. These are incredibly bright. They use about as much power as a 5-meter LED strip, but because two big LEDs are much more efficient and bright than 1,000 tiny LEDs, these two lights give out much more luminous output. These two lights illuminate a lot better. We are going to have to do something to prevent these from shaking while we're driving the car, and also there is some concern that if we're in a tight forest or something like that, trees can hit it. So I will have to come up with a solution to keep these from moving and also to protect them. These do stick out a little bit, but not as far as the mirrors, so I'm pretty confident that I can keep them from crashing into things. So that's everything we did, and here's what's still missing. Back here is where the water tank is going to go, along with the pumps that will take it to the kitchen as well as to the shower. We're going to weld a bar across here and put a basket on it. That'll be attached at a hinge here, and then this whole thing will swing out like that, which will give me lots of outdoor space on the outside of the car to put all of the wet things like the inflatable pool toys, and also put things that I don't want in the car, like the gas hot water heater and also the gas tank. Can also use it to put big parts on the outside of the car, like these recovery tracks, which we can use if we ever get stuck in sand or mud, which I'm sure is going to happen. The other obvious thing that's missing is my chair and my kitchen. We are still waiting on the metal guys to fabricate all three of these things. We had a guy lined up and we agreed on a price, and then out of the blue he just canceled for no reason. Or maybe it was my insistence on attention to detail and following the plan. But at any rate, it set us back another 2 weeks, so we had to find a new one. We did find another guy to work on the metal, and they're doing that now. Hopefully soon they will get that done and we can install it. I would like to think that this video here is the second to last video where I'm still building the car, and the next video after that will be the completed project. Fingers crossed. There's always something to set it back. One of the biggest changes to the car is going to happen in here. For anybody who's ever driven a Diy before, they know that the drink holders are just the absolute worst things in the world. If you're thirsty and driving a Diy, what you have to do is reach back like this and you know, while you're driving, and it's very, very difficult to get a drink as it's in the absolute worst place possible. So one of the changes I'm most looking forward to is we're going to move them up here, and then I can easily get my water or my coffee and not have to break my arm in the process. I feel a little bad. John made these really nice drink holders, and while they work great for this kind of plastic tea drink, I really just don't use these. I always drink from big old steel bottles like this one, and it just doesn't fit. Well, maybe if I put it in this way. So he had to start over and do them all over again. Another thing that we still have to do is put in the screen for the DVR. After a lot of problems, we finally just gave up on that DVR system that we were using, and I went out and bought a different one. It's a bit of a waste, but I don't think there was any way to get that other one working in the way that I wanted to. But I'm quite excited. The new one seems to be doing a lot better, and I think that I can get everything working correctly and then we'll install that, and we'll also put a screen here so that I can easily see all of the traffic around me, and also it'll automatically change to the correct camera when I put on either of the blinkers or put the car in reverse. Hopefully in the next video that will also be installed. Slowly but surely this car project is coming together. Now that most of the wood and the large objects are in the car, it really makes me feel like I am close, and soon I will be on the road making videos, which is really what this is all about. Really want to thank all of you and the people who helped me get here. Talking with you guys about this project has made it a lot more enjoyable. I really had fun reading and responding to your comments on the first 4 videos, and some of the ideas have been implemented here and have helped me a lot. So if you have any ideas or thoughts on the project, please write them in the comments below. I'm very interested to hear what you guys have to say. If you want to see more videos like this and the future projects coming up, please make sure you're subscribed. Even if you think you're subscribed, maybe you're not. So check that below, and be sure to click the bell beside it so that you get the notifications. Thanks a lot, and see you next time.